Thank you for visiting our poster titled No More Leaks. Did you know that incontinence is something that affects millions of people around the world every day, but yet it is something we very rarely talk about? In 2019, the team at World Vision Vanuatu wanted to find out more about incontinence and how this affects vulnerable groups of people in their small Pacific Island nation. So they visited over 11,000 households, meeting more than 56,000 people to talk about their experiences of water, sanitation and hygiene in the northernmost islands of Vanuatu. They found that 25%, or 1 in 4 people in Vanuatu, have experienced incontinence, and people with disabilities were twice as likely to have experienced incontinence as those without. And of the 33% of people with disabilities in Vanuatu who reported experiencing urinary or fecal incontinence at least 3 times a week or more, half did not know of or use any products to help them manage their leakage. Many people, like Esther, tended to manage silently, in fear and shame of what others would think. Esther told us, "I used to be the biggest earner in my family. Then they'd cut my legs off. First one, then the other. I needed help to even get to the toilet. It was very embarrassing. I often wet myself and more." This information led to the development of carers training, which is the first of its kind in Vanuatu. Carers training not only increases knowledge and awareness of issues such as incontinence, it also provides information on strategies and products available to manage incontinence for individuals and their carers. One component of carers training ensures that each person and household in need can be provided with information and access to locally made incontinence and personal hygiene products. Carers training has supported the development of these locally made products, such as wash mitts and bed pads that support cleaning and care for a person who's unable to leave their home to bathe. Carers training also provides access to locally made, washable and reusable incontinence wear for both women and men that can be worn during the day or at night to help manage leakage. These products were found to reduce the burden of care on family members, especially young women and girls who were often restricted from being able to do other things, like go to school, as they needed to assist their family members with toileting throughout the day and night. Nettie told us, "Thanks to carers training, I can do things quicker and better, so I don't need my granddaughter to stay at home with me all day. Now I can often go outside and she can go to school in the mornings while I look after myself." She was so happy to be able to go back to school and be with her friends. A significant benefit of carers training was that post-training surveys found that 100% of participants reported having an increased understanding of disability. For example, one participant told us, "Before the training, I used to treat people with disabilities more like animals. I would hold back from giving them food and water so they didn't get too big or need to go to the toilet so much. Now I have learned many new things." Another aspect of carers training was the development of locally made commode chairs that are made by local community members out of recycled timber pallets. These chairs provide another way to support people with incontinence, especially those with limited mobility, where toilets are located a long way from their homes. The provision of these chairs mean that people with disabilities were able to use a toilet inside their homes without having to go outside at night time or during heavy rain when they would be more at risk of falling or injury due to the soft mud, lack of lighting, and uneven terrain. Having completed the training, 94% of carers reported now having a greater understanding of how to provide safe and dignified care for a person with a disability. Mary told us, "When my daughter was born and people saw she had a disability, they blamed me. They told me it was my fault. I thought it was because of something I had done, and I was being punished by God. So I hid her away and then myself. After World Vision came to visit us here, I now have a new understanding. I have new ways and things to help. I don't have to hide away anymore because I'm no longer ashamed. The post-training surveys also found that 84% of participants had increased their use of assistive products to manage incontinence or personal care, and also their use of soap when bathing. Ethel told us, "Before the training, I couldn't do many things. I couldn't even leave my house. When World Vision came to visit me here, they taught me many useful ways. Now I can go back to church because I am clean. I will use the things you gave me. They will help me a lot." Community feedback from carers training found that it had not only had a positive effect on people with disabilities and their direct families and carers, but also a positive effect on whole communities. Making the incontinence products out of recycled waste meant that community members could sell their used timber pallets or plastic rice bags, which provided them with a small income and kept their used items out of waterways and landfill. Local sewing groups consisting of young women like Tamanu and including women with disabilities use the recycled rice bags to create the products that they can sell to provide an income to support their families. This triple effect means that carers training is able to provide economic empowerment for young women and those with disabilities who often have limited economic opportunities, as well as reducing environmental waste and providing ways to support people with disabilities to manage their incontinence with greater ease. So far, the team have been able to provide carers training and products to over 240 people with disabilities living in 49 rural and remote communities in Vanuatu, and having a positive impact on the lives of many other people, including their families, carers, and wider community members. Lottie told us, "Now I know having a disability is not a punishment from God. World Vision gave me back my confidence, and it feels good." From here, World Vision are hoping to widen the reach of carers training through the Vanuatu government's Provincial Health Service and other national training institutions. This will mean carers training can reach a wide variety of people, as well as continuing to support the climate-smart production of assistive devices and products to reduce waste, provide employment opportunities in local communities, as well as providing a solution to assist people like Lottie to manage their incontinence with dignity and pride. Thank you to the Australian Government through the Australian Humanitarian Partnership and Water for Women Fund for supporting the carers training journey so far. If you're interested in learning more about carers training, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us at World Vision Vanuatu. My name is Alison Coleman, and thank you so much for watching.